So, what's it going to take for Trump supporters to learn? How much damage has to be done? Now, I know what's going on in LA. Like I said, I'm for peaceful protesting. I'm not for what's happening down there, right? I don't like a lot of stuff that I see. But here's the thing. They say the Trump supporters are saying these illegals are breaking the law. These illegals should be deported. Okay, well, guess what? They deported all the farmers that were illegal. Food prices are doubled, tripled in some things. Coca-Cola is leaving their headquarters. A lot of companies' headquarters are leaving because they can't afford these tariffs. So here's the thing. You're deporting the only group of people that pay more into the system than they take. Let me explain. A lot of those people get paid under the counter. That money circulates back into the economy. They can't take out for stuff. That's actually free tax money when they get paid under the counter. And it helps keep the grocery prices down. It helps keep the construction sites down when they're building houses. Now construction companies are begging for workers because most of their illegals are either got arrested or afraid to come to work. They don't have enough people. So now your cheap housing, everybody that wanted cheap housing thought Trump was going to get cheap housing. No, that's going to go up now thanks to you idiots. So here's the thing. They don't understand their job is next because they don't understand, they don't think, they don't take the time to think how the economy works. So you arrest all these illegals and you deport them all. Food prices go up. You can't afford to pay them. People are losing their jobs. The immigrants ain't spending money no more. So you watching these videos on YouTube's, people complaining, I shouldn't have voted for Trump. My food stamps being cut. Yeah, what'd you think was going to happen? There's money's not circulating back no more. Trump's cut a lot of those programs to feed himself and the rich. You messed around and you found out. They don't understand. Some of them, these people on YouTube that do these pro-Trump channels, they don't understand how dumb they are. They don't understand their job is next because they don't understand how the economy works. So you have these people leaving. Well, they're taking the money with them. There's no more money being circulated. My dog. So when no more money's being circulated, there's no more money for the gas stations, no more money for the hospitals, no more money for the grocery stores. So grocery stores are going to see less customers. There's no more money going to be paid for the rent. So now you're going to see rent prices high because places are going to be vacant, which is already a problem because illegals are gone. There's nobody there to pay the rent. So you're going to have more and more apartments being empty. So these people that own these apartments are going to have to raise rent to cover for this. So congratulations, and some of you are going to have rent going up. It's bad enough the groceries are going up, right? And gas hasn't gone down like Trump said. He's a liar, which you guys don't care if he lies. You still worship the man, which is why you Trump supporters ain't Christian, because you guys are wearing MAGA hats, not Jesus hats, right? So here's the thing. They don't understand why their job is next, because when that money doesn't circulate, whatever job that you work at relies on somebody spending money. It don't matter how you look at it. Small business, factory line, you're working on some kind of wood product, you're working on some kind of steel product. I'm watching these places that do these steel things, they can't afford a tariff, so they're losing their jobs. Some of these YouTubers that do lose their jobs and they post in videos, they're not saying that they're wrong for voting for Trump. They're just saying the situation. But your job is next because you don't understand how money circulates. So when less money goes around, other jobs are going to get cut back. Sometimes, mostly, it's going to be the small businesses first. Eventually, they get to your job. Then when cities have to make budget cuts because they're not making shortfall, guess what? The first thing they're going to do is they're going to say, hey, police are going to have to start making more tickets and stuff. You're going to start seeing a little bit more police harassment, or police and fire departments are going to have to start making cuts because that money is not being spent around for those taxes. Which means on your job was next because there's nobody there to buy the product that you're help making or creating, whatever it is that you're doing. So it starts with the illegals being gone, millions of them. It's a lot of money not being circulated around. So you lose your job at A because money wasn't being circulated. So now you don't have money to pay taxes being circulated, right? So that means the person next to you who has a different product, nobody's going to be buying that product. His job is gone next. So the auto industry is leaving, mass layoffs. You have some of the steel people, that aluminum, that any kind of product that does with it, from baby spoons to cans, they're having to get rid of making layoffs. UPS ain't delivering much no more because, like I said, money's not circulating no more because people don't have it. They can't afford to pay the tariffs. So they lost their jobs. The port people losing their jobs. These people that work the ships losing their jobs because the products ain't coming in. Truckers losing their jobs, which means when they travel across the interstate, they're stopping, they're spending money at hotels, they're spending money at these restaurants, they're spending money at the mechanic's place, the tire places. Whatever it is that they're spending money on, there is no more because they don't have the money. So you work at that small restaurant, guess what? You're going to get laid off because nobody's there to spend money now. The layoffs are going to keep coming down, down, down. And while Trump's in denial, gaslighting you guys are still there waving your hats. But the thing is, you didn't notice, what you're not keeping track of on these Republican pro-Trump channels, is there's less and less of you waving those hats every week because of the consequences of your hate. I don't like the far left sometimes. I made my opinion clear about LGBTQ. I know there's only man and woman. That's what science says. I'm a very Bible guy. I tell people all the time, align yourself up with doing the right thing and you won't have any problems. Not with the Lord. Not with the Lord you won't. And that's all that really matters. See, these Trump supporters, they don't go to heaven because the Bible talks about people like them in Revelations. And if they read Revelations, they know who the Bible was talking about. They're too busy worshiping Trump. They are the only political group of people I've ever seen that wear hats to the people that they worship. These are the same people that wear... The rebel flag really gets me, right? Out of all the teams in Civil War, you're raising the one that lost. You're raising a losing flag as a way of life, but you're trying to say it's not about racism. Yeah, it is. Just like these immigrant things, it's not about them being illegal. It's about the hate that you want to instill. It's just like the 1930s Germany. And for you National Guard that actually went to LA, yeah, you violated your oath of Constitution. The president had no business there. Calling you guys. Your commander shouldn't have allowed it. Your division commander shouldn't have allowed it. The National Guard commander shouldn't have allowed it. First thing he should have told President Trump, I cannot do this. It's a legal order. I need the California governor to tell me. You could send me overseas, but until then, I cannot be engaged locally unless the governor of the state. But again, Trump breaks the law, but you guys say it's about law abiding. These immigrants broke the law. Trump just broke the law. You're not deporting him anywhere. You're not locking him up because it's not about the crime. It's about the hate. And that hate's costing a lot of you jobs. It's costing a lot of American jobs. Both Republican and Democrats, because you didn't think. You're not capable of thinking. So here we are. This is America, the new 1930s Germany. But how many people have to lose their jobs? How high do groceries have to be before you realize, hey, I'm putting 100 applications in, I'm putting 200 applications in, I'm not getting a call. You're not getting a call because nobody's hiring. There's no jobs left. Trump's running them all out. The days of going to a steel plant like Great Lakes Steel and coming in without a high school diploma and working your overtime, those days are gone. They were lucky they even existed through the 80s and 90s. The days of getting a job in the automobile field working overtime are gone. There's no more. There's no more high school degree jobs where you can go work and make kind of money you need to live off of. There is no more. You Trump supporters, if you cannot snap out of you worshiping Trump, it's going to cost a lot more because you're angering the Lord. Just as much as the far left. You guys keep making fun of the far left, but you're acting just like them. That's how stupid you are. You say, oh, look at the far left. They're out there violently protesting. You guys did on January 6th too, but you didn't care. You violently protest when it's something for you, but you're against when for somebody else. Unlike me, I'm not for it either way. It's stupid. Hey, what are you doing? Shh. Be a good boy. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is you Trump supporters are like the movie Eric the Viking when the island was sinking. You guys are just like that scene. When the island was sinking, people are like, no, it's not, no, it's not. And one by one drowned all the way up to the very top. And they're all in denial that the island was sinking. That's what you guys are. You're like this island scene from Eric the Viking. And your denial and your ignorance is costing Americans. It's costing yourself because countries don't want to vacation there no more. So now the airlines are being hurt. Vacation places are being hurt. Republican states are being hurt, like Florida and Texas. Nobody wants to go there no more. Not how Americans are acting. So go ahead. Find out. Just find out. Keep your stupidity. Keep your ignorance. Put that Trump hat on. Put it on. Go walk around. Show everybody how stupid you are. Wait till your job is lost. Then your family turns your back on you because you're jobless. Because pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. Because nobody's going to hire anybody. Because nobody's going to hire. There's nowhere to put your bootstraps on. Because it's your fault. You did this. Your ignorance did this.